Okay, good evening once more.
Good evening.
Okay, Juliet Akini, RPL practitioner, Kisipoli. I'm here once again to take you through conducting RPL assessment and certification. Hope we all know what is RPL, the way we did it in our last lesson. Then again, we created also the publicity of RPL. Now we are at how we conduct assessment. So, as I told you before, assessment is just, the purpose of assessment is just to ensure if the candidate is fully certified. I mean, fully met the qualification according to the RPL standards. We have the OS, the curriculum. So we see if the candidates met all those required qualification standards, then we award the certificate. Then again, before that, there's this step I want you to see. The RPL process. We look at the RPL process whereby RPL counseling, we did that, then submission of application. Then now we are at this assessment certification. So now we are at this, the final stage where we award the certificate. So now let's look at how we award the certificate, the process of certification process. So the certification process. Number one, we have assessment validation. Certification process includes 4 people. We have the candidate must be there. We have the internal assessor. We have also the external experts. I mean the industrial expert and also the external assessor. Whereby they will use this format. We have assessment validation. And assessment validation, there are these tools. We call them assessment tools. We have validation checklist, whereby it contains all the assessment items. We have questions like, if the candidate provided with clear instructions, does the candidate have all the instructions? Then is the time frame provided adequate to complete a given task? Maybe it was a practical assessment. Are we together? Yeah, so this one is validation checklist. You can have a look at it. It is assessment tool held by the verifier. Then we also have validation report. After having validation checklist, you're supposed to have a validation report whereby you write the name, the date, the institution, unit of competency, and plus the venue. That is very, very important. You can have a look at that one. Then again, before carrying out the assessment, remember to have assessment plan. You as a assessor, you are supposed to come up with something called assessment plan. What's the work of this assessment plan? Assessment plan will help you know the candidate details, the registration, whatever he or she will require in terms of maybe equipment, how many equipment do they require during the practicals, at what time, the uniform and all that. So this one will help you to have that plan. We have the length of time of assessment, method of assessment. Are we together? Financial implication, they are here. Are we together? Yeah, so this one is assessment plan. You're supposed to prepare it before carrying out the assessment. We can have a look at this one, another one. Are we together? Yeah. So that's all about certification and assessment validation. Then you have the competency mapping. Competency is just what the candidate is going to, which competent, like which task is she going to do. Then approval, endorsement. Does she able to carry out those practical? Does she has everything that is required of him or her? Then we have the feedback and guidance. That is where now you give the feedback. Is she competent? Are we together? Yeah, you give out the feedback. Then in case you realize there's a skill gap, maybe place hajafanya vizuri, there is this skill gap form. Is supposed to, where is it? Yeah, we have a skill gap form. I don't know that he also has to appeal. Maybe she's not contented with the marks. He is supposed to appeal. Are we together? Whereby he also going to fill that appeal form. Are we together? So these are the tools you as assessor, industrial expert, validator, and all that you're supposed to have. We have assessment tools, we have assessment plan, validation checklist, validation report. Are we together? So those are things that you're supposed to have before carrying out an assessment. Then the work of an assessor is to prepare the candidate psychologically, mentally, physically, that this and this date you're going to be assessed. So you're supposed to have these requirements and all that. So yeah. So I think that's all. Maybe if you have a question. Then also we have the rules of evidence. The rules of evidence. There must be valid. The evidence must relate to the competency of that candidate. Then also authenticity. The evidence must be the candidate's own work. Are we together? Yeah. Remember that time of assessment you're supposed to take photos. Are we together? Yeah. That is what we call the evidence. Now I'm talking about. Then also the currency should reflect the candidate's current skills. Are we together? Whatever you are observing at that